I've got a bunch of DGN files, and I don't care about how these things are laid out, where they came from. I just want one workspace. They thought that FME should ship with this workspace, so maybe we will do this after your fine work, Trent. Do you feel good about that?
Sure.
Trent has been working here at SAFE for quite some time, specializing in the Esri side of the universe with utilities network stuff.
Yes.
So if you want free utilities consulting, here's your chance, people. Yes. Okay, good. And so what Trent did was set up, again, a dynamic read from MicroStation. And then, first of all, what you're doing here is setting up a special attribute that must be special for our Esri friends.
Yeah, so this will, in the DGN, there's different levels. So this was making the assumption that if you would want your different levels in a different feature data set inside the Geodatabase, so this just sets, basically it'll just create the feature data set based on the level name that's inside the DGN.
Right. And so now, the next thing you do is, because in CAD, all the geometries kind of mixed together in one happy family, in the Esri land, we need them segregated out into their own little houses. And so what you're doing here is splitting out the input based on the geometry type.
That's correct, yes. So we route the points, the lines, and the areas to their respective feature class that we've just named point, line, or area with the correct geometry.
Yes.
And we're also filtering, because the user wanted their annotation, so we filter on the text geometry, and that will go to the annotation feature class, and that is not feature linked. That's just a separate annotation feature class.
Right, and then because you set up this feature data set ahead of time, you're going to see something like, if there was one level named Dale, inside Dale, if there were points and polygons, we'll see a point and a polygon kind of thing.
Inside the Dale feature data set, yes.
Yeah. So that way, that's having the best of both worlds. You're still split by the original level names, but you also can keep the geometries apart from each other too.
Correct.
Awesome. Any other tricks with this thing?
One thing with Dale mentioned that it's dynamic reading. So if you were to, this is set up with a user parameter. So basically, it will just ask you to, specify the folder directory that all your DGNs are located in, and it will read all the DGNs that are located within that folder.
So here it is, star.dgn, and it would just read them all, and out they go.
Correct.
Oh, and is the output data set fanning out by?
Yes, it fans out by based on the DGN name.
Right. So that was the other thing. They wanted it always a different file geodatabase for every DGN.
Correct.
And we're accomplishing that with data set fan out.
Yes.
And so again, more of this dynamic stuff. At least half of these problems involved dynamic stuff. Everybody's got to read Brian and team's tutorial on dynamic things.
Correct, yes. It's very helpful.
And there was also this business of projection files, but actually FME will pick those up automatically if they're there.
By default, the setting is toggled on. So if they exist in the same directory as the DGN, they will be applied automatically.
Right. So if you use Esri tools, they'll often drop a .wld and a .prj, which takes the CAD and tags it up so that GIS world is happy, and SAFE and Esri get along real well, and so we just will honor those things that have been laid down there.
Exactly.
If they're not there, hey, your data is going to end up where it ends up.